he stopped the ball. My man, ISO Joe. This dude nickname is ISO Joe. If you don't know what ISO means, isolation. If you don't know what that means, one-on-one Joe. If your nickname is ISO Joe, that means you're not moving the ball either. And by the way, ISO Joe just happens to be 4 years older than Carmelo. Stop telling me that this dude is not being whiteballed out the league. Carmelo Anthony was about that paper. He was playing to win championships, but first and foremost, he understood that for the most part, if you lucky, you got 12 to 15 years in this league to make as much money as you can and be the best player possible. The reason I'm bringing this up is because a 38-year-old ISO Joe, who has never been known to be a defensive stalwart, is getting the opportunity from 3 teams to work out. But Carmelo Anthony, he's a ball stopper. How can you be more of a ball stopper than a guy by the name of ISO Joe? Man, Joe Johnson is an excellent basketball player. An excellent basketball player. I was a fan of him when he was at Arkansas. I was a fan of him when he was with the Phoenix Suns. I was a fan of him when he was with the Atlanta Hawks. I was a fan of him when he went to New Jersey. I am a fan of Joe Johnson. But stop telling me that the reason Carmelo Anthony is not in the league because he does not play defense and he stops the ball. He's not getting a shot, and a cat by the nickname of ISO Joe isn't? Don't tell me that. By the way, Joe Johnson didn't even play in the National Basketball Association 1 game last year. Not 1 freaking game. But he got a shot and Carmelo didn't. Joe Johnson has never been on all defense. Neither has Carmelo Anthony. Joe Johnson has never done a lot of the things that Carmelo has done. But Carmelo Anthony has. Joe Johnson was all NBA 1 time in his career. He was a 7-time All-Star. I'm sure Carmelo Anthony was as well. But when you tell me it ain't ISO Joe, it's the Big 3 championship. Hey, Carmelo is the Big East Player of the Year, Big East champion, and national champion. I know a lot of people hearing this, are you attacking ISO Joe? No, I'm using ISO Joe to show you when they get sick of you, they get rid of you. When they get sick of seeing you, they get rid of you, whether you can play or not. ISO Joe, these are his words, not HRap words. These are ISO Joe's words. My experience I didn't play last year, not because I didn't want to. It's because the way they played me in Houston devalued me. The same way they devalued one Carmelo Anthony. See, stop it with the nonsense. Remember, Houston moved heaven and earth to get ISO Joe. And the reason I keep saying ISO is because people keep saying, well, Melo don't move the ball. A dude named ISO Joe don't move the ball either. Joe Johnson said, when they did not play me in the playoffs at all, that devalued me. That made teams think it was something wrong with me. And now you give a 38-year-old cat another chance before you get a 34-year-old Carmelo Anthony a chance. Y'all need to stop with that. Stop it. I'm not trying to hit. I get it. You want to be objective. You want to try to look at it from all perspectives. But here's the real perspective. They are getting rid of Carmelo Anthony more than likely because he was about that bread and he is one LeBron James friend. And they want to devalue, because you ever notice, the more they talk about him, they always say, won't LeBron get him a job? Won't LeBron get him a job? Because LeBron James don't own no damn team. That's why. LeBron James does not own a team. And again, y'all ain't got to take my word for it. Just look around the league. Like Carmelo said in that interview. Are y'all telling me that out of the 450 players in the league, it's more than 100 of them better than me? Hell no. It ain't more than 50 players better than. It's only about 50 players in the National Basketball Association that I would pick over Carmelo Anthony. And I'm using 50 so loosely. I don't think it's 50. So y'all can keep going for the okie doke. Carmelo, he lost a step. Carmelo don't play no defense. Carmelo is a ball stopper. Yet and still, our brother ISO Joe gets the nod. He gets 3 workouts. If it was me, Melo, I tell the NBA to KMA, and I would go my ass over to China or Europe and get a big bag of money and come back home. And I wouldn't come to no basketball functions. See, if this, I keep telling y'all this. I get it, man. These dudes work their ass off and they don't want to give up. But at some point, you have to be able to put your foot down and tell these people to kiss your ass. Because they know these dudes love this game. They know they put their blood, sweat, and tears in it, and they hold it over their head like a carrot and make them chase it and make them bend over backwards and kiss ass. He averaged over 20. He averages about 26 points a game in the big 3 or for his career. Let me look him up, Truck. But and again, man, I'm a big fan of Carmelo and Joe Johnson. And I ain't gonna judge Joe Johnson on the last couple years of his career. I'll judge him on the bulk of his career, on his best years. See, it's easy to look at somebody when they lost a step, or he fell off. No, he ain't fall off. He got older. He couldn't do it the way he used to do it. I'm a judge a cat on what he did in his prime. See, the first couple of years in the league, you finding your way around unless you're a big-time superstar. The last couple of years in your league, you just hanging in there because this is what you love to do. It's the middle. I judge players on the middle of their careers. When you judge them on the middle of their career, then you get a true assessment of who they are. And at his best, Joe Johnson spent about 6 years, 20, 25, 21, 21, 21, 18, 18, 18, 18. So I'm going to call him about a 22-point score. 21, 22-point a game score. And again, man, Joe Johnson never won. He made 7 All-Star teams, and he was never all defense, just like Melo. He is a whole lot like Melo. So when you tell me, we can't deal with him because we can't deal with Melo because of this, that, and the third, and Joe Johnson suffers from the same afflictions, I don't want to hear that. It's personal. It's personal. Now, check this out, Truck. I just pulled up Carmelo Anthony walked in the door 21, 21, 26, 28, 25, 22, 28, 25, 25, 26, 22, 28.7, 27, 24, 21. That's what I'm talking about. He's like a 25-point a game score at his best. 25.5-point game score at his best. And that's what I'm judging him on, man. I'm judging him on that. In the big 3. Yeah. But, Truck, all I'm saying is, nobody in their right mind would pick a 38-year-old guy over a 34-year-old guy. Neither one of these guys is supremely athletic. Neither one of these guys is known for passing the basketball. So if I got 2 guys who pretty much do the exact same thing, I'm picking a younger guy. It's sports. Sports is traditionally picked up. The younger guy wins. So that's all I'm saying. I will never say anything bad about Joe Johnson. All I'm showing is that the NBA is full of shit. Speaking of the NBA full of shit, I want y'all, if y'all get a chance, go to iTunes and pick up listen to, my man Truck D said he's not disputing me, he's just saying. And my man DJ Knox said, the crown holder said, Carmelo should pull an Iverson and move. I agree. Yeah, man, stop asking for these jobs. This dude that made a couple of $100 million. He probably made another $100 million off Nike and other ventures. Man, kick your feet up, squeeze that sexy lady you got and move on, man. I ain't trying to hear no more. As I was stating, speaking of full of shit, as I stated earlier in the show, we always talk about these players and the mistakes they make, and they throw us up. Truck D brought up how the mainstream media is full of shit, full of shit, full of shit, full of shit. I totally agree. I'm sorry, low key. They're full of it. I totally agree. I was listening to the Donald Sterling stories, right? And they were making a big deal of how this dude was a super creep and everybody didn't like him and he used to parade players around like they were slaves and all this. But it's awful convenient that they bring this up after the whole thing has been exposed. Everybody knows about it, so let's kick dirt in his face. But you know what? Remember around the time that it's funny that y'all brought up Iverson. Remember around the time that the National Basketball Association was initiating this dress code and it's too much thug and hip hop is too prevalent in the NBA, so y'all got to be business casual? Guess what was happening during that same time? Donald Sterling was being sued by the United States federal government for discrimination. Housing discrimination. He ended up paying $2 million and then eventually paid $13 million in total. The NBA never fined him a quarter. I remember when we were on the old network, somebody challenged me and said the NBA got rid of Donald Sterling because he said something racist. No, the NBA got rid of Donald. Oh, by the way, when Donald Sterling got sued by the NBA, the United States federal government, the NBA backed him with attorneys. So they backed his racist play. So they couldn't shake him. See, but at this point, in ESPN, anytime when you can't, Ray Rice is the poster boy for spousal abuse. Allen Iverson is the poster boy for fucking up. You got, every time you say black athlete, people, if somebody say got caught using drugs, you assume it's a black athlete. In trouble, you assume it's a black athlete. But one of the people who own one of these teams is being prosecuted by the United States federal government, and the NBA didn't do shit. And ESPN, they think they slick. They trying to expose it on the 30 for 30. We're telling the story. But you didn't tell the story when it was happening. Your ass didn't tell the story when it was happening, ESPN. I know this probably ruins my opportunity to ever get a job there. Well, I don't care. I got a job built for this network. How about that? By the way, on Mondays, Chief Rocker got a job at 10 a.m. Tuesday, which is today, I come on at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Me and Chief Rocker killing it tomorrow at 7, talking about social issues and things that affect the community and how we can make improvements if we work together, as well as supporting each other. Thursday night, put your dancing shoes on, because my main man, just like he did yesterday, DJ Mooka Dean is gonna burn. Put your stereo on some ice. Mooka Dean gonna set it on fire. Look, if you don't believe me, all you have to do is become a supporter of the network. Find a bill for this, hit follow, and you can listen to Mooka Dean 7 days. You know, Mooka Dean gonna burn it down Thursday, but you can listen Friday. You can listen again. You can tell your cousin Saturday, check this out. You can tell them again Sunday, check this out. You tell them again Monday, check this out. You tell somebody else Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday he gonna burn you down again. And speaking of burning it down, everybody and their mama's mama, like James Brown. DJ Knox, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Friday, is going to tear shit up. You don't believe me? All you have to do is become a follower of the network, go to the episodes, hit play, and listen to them JBs roll. I had a bunch of my people from Chicago listening yesterday. Big ups to everybody who listened to both Mooka Dean and DJ Knox burn it down yesterday. And get ready for tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. Look, if you want quality on-demand entertainment, click the link, tune in, and look, here's the beauty in it. You click the link, tune in, your boyfriend, your girlfriend call, your buddy call, you want to go out for a drink. All right, I'll see y'all. You come back tomorrow and you can listen to the show again and again and again. You like what I'm saying? Listen closely. If you don't have the time to listen to the show in its entirety, you can come back tomorrow and listen again. Back to the NBA. Now, the NBA, ESPN thought they was slick by telling us this story about how horrible Donald Sterling is. But you know what? He didn't tell the story about them omitting the fact that these goings on were going